As you can see, I am on a Zoom meeting with a special guest, you guys. You know how I do it. I allow them to actually give them a chance to introduce themselves. So please, by all means necessary, please take over and let the people know who you are.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. I am Amy Ellis, the real estate investment lady. I reside in, we'll just say, Garner, Raleigh area of North Carolina. I've been licensed as a realtor since a little over a year for North Carolina. I got my start in real estate on the investing side. Think 2005, I self-taught myself. That was like my Christmas present to myself. And then it's in the state of Virginia. And I actually owned, when I was there, I owned 4 doors. Doors mean pretty much units or houses. So I had 4. I had a duplex and 2 single families. And all of that went down in 2007 and 8, depending on the demographics of your audience. If they're, we'll just say seasoned like I am, they know in 2007, 8-ish, that's when pretty much the market crashed and all my properties went back to the bank. Yeah, it's not as nowhere near, we're not experiencing nowhere near that now. However, wave is coming. So yeah, I am back home. North Carolina's home. I don't have any kids, don't have any pets.
Look, right. It's all about the business, all about business. Look, she let y'all know she playing no games, y'all. Look, she has some time, a little spare time, but if it's not really, just a little, right. But I mean, not many people understand that though. Like, hey, you have to understand that my personal time is limited now because I have so much that I'm trying to do to progress to the next step as for business wise, right? So exactly. As for you, going out there and wanting to, get your own license, as for yourself, what pushed you to want to do that?
Ooh. Let's just say it was a God intervention. I don't know. I am a very spiritual person and I do believe in God. So hopefully that does not offend anybody in your audience.
So do I.
But last year I had, I'll say, a major life change. I switched careers. So kind of like my premise when I had a job, well, I do have a job now, but was HR. And I was a HR manager at a skilled nursing facility. Well, we all know what happened in 2020. COVID hit. However, luckily, we did not get COVID in our facility until like January 2021. So, we know people lie. We all lie. But when I am filing an unemployment claim and I see an employee who is clocking in on my time clock and saying that we didn't have any hours for her, I'm like, I'm done. So, yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, it was like a whole new level of, people telling tales. And then like in North Carolina, the governor allowed people who wanted, like those who lost their job, who wanted to like maybe eventually become a CNA, they were able to become a temporary CNA. So I never seen our door revolve so quick. It's like we get them in, go through orientation. Next day, I'm getting a packet saying, yeah, they showed up for orientation and now they're not coming back. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I took it upon myself to switch careers. I decided I'm going to do mortgage underwriting remotely. And I did get a job doing that. And that was in April. 2.5 months later, 21 of us got laid off. So wow. here's where God speaks, because of course I got a $20,000 increase from switching careers, right? And it was funny because like in the month of May, June, all I heard, when you hear that little voice was nah, bigger. Because I thought I was living, pretty good. I'm finally getting caught up, finally getting life together. Nah, bigger. So yeah. It humbled me because normally I'm on the side that fires people, not the one that's let go, right? So I had pretty much a meltdown, a 2-week meltdown until I got myself back up, started applying for HR jobs again. Quickly found out I was well over qualified, especially when it came to income. It's like I required this much, but it's like, yeah, no, we can't pay you that much, but yet we can pay you this much, but then I was too overqualified. So I'm like, okay. So one day, I know this is like a long story, sorry.
It's good. I'm loving it. I like to hear it. This is what it's about. I like to hear the story. So please, look, don't stop. Keep going.
So one day, so my routine was I get up, like at 8 o'clock or whatever, early in the morning, go walking, apply for jobs. So this particular day I did all that, and it's like midday. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I want to take a nap. So right before I went to take my nap, I was like, God, whatever you have for me, please let me know. I won't put a question behind it. I just, whatever is for me is for me. Let me know. Help me, pretty much. So I fell asleep. So, when you ask God for something, you don't question it, right?
Right.
So, and let me also preface with, I'm blessed with delayed response and reaction. Keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. So I wake up from my nap. I have a text message on my phone, 2 text messages. One from my sister, who at the time was in California, and one from my best friend who was in Durham. So, of course, North Carolina, California, so across the United States. Durham is like 45 minutes from where I am. Both of them talking about real estate. I'm not, like I said, I'm blessed with a delayed response. So I'm just answering the texts, right? Just answering. About 15 minutes in, I'm like, no, no, sir. You want me to what? So let me backtrack. So when I moved back home to North Carolina from Virginia, I had a plethora of people. Amy, you need to get your real estate license. Amy, get your real estate license. No, I'm not getting my real estate license. You don't need to be licensed to be an investor. You don't. You have there are means that I can get a real, someone that's in the industry to do whatever. I don't want to get licensed. So mind you, I'm putting up this fight. No, I ain't getting licensed. I mean, I was adamant about it. So when I saw these 2 real estate text messages come, I was like, you got to be kidding me. And by this time, of course, I got my severance, 2-week severance. Unemployment hadn't hit. And I reached out to one of my colleagues, and she told me, like which schools to apply for. So here I am, like, okay, unemployment hasn't hit. I only have 2 weeks worth of income. How am I going to pay for this? That voice, take the first step. I got the rest. Like, what? But I need to save my money. I need to survive. You want me to do what? So pretty much I think that Thursday before the class started, I did the weekend class. Thursday before the class started, I just went out on faith, it was like $500 to take the class. And then that Saturday, I checked my account and there was money in there. And I'm like, is this from unemployment? Surely they made a mistake, so we ain't going to touch it, right? Well, Sunday, I do my normal, apply for unemployment, blah, blah, blah. Tuesday, I check my account. There's another payment in there. I'm like, oh, this is it. I was like, oh my God. He did say, take the first step.
Take the first step. Yes. And so just imagine if you would have ignored that voice, because not many people of us, think about, okay, like this is something that we can benefit from, and it'll also help us, build our life up as well, the way how we want to live it, how we can help other people. But it's just that first step where we was like, but this is all the money I have left. Like I don't want to, emergencies, anything could happen from then to now, in the process of right. But it was just that fact, like you said, you stepped out on faith. You like they said, there's a side of a mustard seed, that small side of a mustard seed, just a little bit of faith. It brought you to where you are now. So it's just like I'm happy. I am. So it's just like I'm getting chills all over because like I know, and me being a PK and hearing your testimony and how you actually stepped out on it and you heard that voice and you didn't ignore it. You know,
Right.
so right. And a lot of us do. We like, oh no, that's not what that is. We ignore, the red flags and everything else that come along with
Yes.
people or anything, period. We ignore the red flags on it until we actually get into there, and now we like, okay, why did I not see this before? It's because it's something that not only did, I'm not going to say your spirit didn't want it, I would say something that your flesh mostly craved.
Yeah.
I would say that because something that you wanted to do, but God has something else planned for you. He like, no, I understand you want this. I understand you want this, but let's go a little further. Like, I understand you want that. It's cool. It's along the same way, but come on, let's just go a little bit bigger. Let's just go a little bit bigger. So yes, big. And I tell anyone, anyone dream is never too small. Like, you just have to dream big and think big and know exactly what you want to go for and how you want to go about it. He was there all the time.
He has been there all the time. And trust and believe, like especially when I was in Virginia and making that transition here, I heard the voice. But I went my own way, and it's like, okay, well, just because I went my own way, I met people along that path. So it's like, okay, it wasn't for nothing. However, we'll just say the last year and 3 months has totally been like, okay, I need you to rely on me, Amy, because I'm going to take you to places and show you things that you never even imagined or thought of, like this connection right here. Right?
Right. Like, I didn't at all. And like the person that connected us, she was like, she was like, I have this person that may be interested in as well. She also have a YouTube page. And I started following you instantly. I was like, okay, so let me go to your page. Now let me go to your YouTube page, and like seeing the interviews and stuff that you had as well too. So yes, like I commend you on that. Don't stop. Keep going, because there's a lot of information that you're giving people that, I'm saying, that really doesn't have to go to class. Like, you giving them the blueprint. Like you went through every step. You figured out what it needed to be figured out, and not only that, but you also learning from others, and they learning from you too. So it's just like the whole networking thing. Networking is very important. How important has networking been for you since you went on your own?
Oh, so well, let me clarify. Even though I do have a job, which a full-time permanent job. And I just want to talk briefly about that, because I know I used to be that one that says, oh, I can't stand my job, blah, blah, blah. I want to be an entrepreneur full-time. First and foremost, your audience, if y'all are teetering, do what makes you feel like right. Yes, you're going to be uncomfortable, but if you're comfortable and getting a steady check, guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. Someone said that's like my job is my secondary income, where my passion is my primary. So it's like, just change your thinking, just change that mindset. There's nothing wrong with having a job that will take care of your bills. And on top of that, of course, I'm up here. Remember I said I was looking for high paying jobs, right?
Right.
I got a job that pays just enough to cover the bills. I have enough left over I can do some marketing with, but it's not that high paying job that I wanted. And you know what I heard? If I give you that high paying job, you're going to get comfortable, and it's going to deter you from doing what I told you to do. That's how he works in my life. I'm just saying.
Oh, right. Oh, I felt that. I felt that to my bones. Right. Because, oh my God.
Yeah. And I had to actually, it's funny because when I just got the job, like tomorrow will be a whole month that I had it. So when I accepted it, and, we kind of did a little bit of negotiating, I was just feeling blah, just like, okay, I got a job. And then I have a spiritual mom who kind of keeps me in check. And she was like, and that right before I got the offer to the job, it's like, I was like, Lord, I need a miracle. I need a job. I need something. Because after a year and 3 months of not going into negative and not really having income coming in, my account went negative. And I'm sharing this because someone in your audience is probably seeing, looking at their account like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? It went negative. So I was like, God, I need a miracle. A couple of hours later, phone call. You got the job. It's this amount. I'm like in my feelings. So of course, when I shared that story with my spiritual mom, she was like, you do know that you asked for a miracle and it happened just like that. Usually that doesn't happen. You asked, he gave it to you. And what's the issue?
Exactly.
So now I feel bad because now I got to apologize to God. I'd be like, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Look, right. Because look, it's just like, okay, because it's like this. Once you something that you have a passion for, and like you said, you know that it could benefit you, God knows exactly where he's bringing you to. It was written before you was born. So the fact that we like, okay, we trying to get it together. Like, okay, is this the way that I'm supposed to go? Or am I supposed to go this way? Is it just because, you come with so many different gifts, and then, you come with different talents, and you're just not quite sure exactly where you need to aim, which way you need to be directed to. So it's just like, yeah. So, but when he make it and says it loud and clear to you,
oh yeah,
he's going to give you exactly what you asked for. Exactly what you asked for. And like you said, it came fast. It came fast. It came quick. Exactly. So they're letting you know that, hey, when I said I got you. When I said take that first step, you took that first step. Now everything else, let me handle it.
Exactly.
So exactly. So yeah, when he say you take one step, he'll take the rest.
Trust and believe he does. You just got to give it to him. So I wanted to, clarify that because like I said, I do have a full-time job. However, my networking, if I didn't take that first step, so I had one of my colleagues from one of my friends lives in Atlanta. She approached me. She was like, hey, I'm starting this new network through Roku. Would you like to have your own show? Now, let me tell you again how God works. That same person, when we lived in Virginia, I educated her on real estate investing. She attended, I used to have sessions. I used to have classes. She attended one of my classes. Now, fast forward, 10 plus years later, I have an opportunity to have my own show. So that's how you saw season 1, because I haven't uploaded season 2 yet. But yes, I did actually had 3 seasons, and the show was called The Real Estate Investment Lady Show. Mm-hmm. And those 3 seasons pretty much defines who I am. Mm-hmm. Like I said earlier, my houses went into foreclosure back in 08, 07, 08. So first season is dealing with knowing your options. Mm-hmm. Because the wave in it's going to come. In some states has hit. The foreclosure wave is coming. The moratorium has already been lifted. People who have not made mortgage payments in 2 years, they're like, oh, I got to make a mortgage payment now? What? Oh, I was on a forbearance, so all that money that I didn't make, I got to pay up front. So that's what that season's about, knowing your options, where to go for help. Mm-hmm. Second season, pretty much generational wealth. How can we earn passive income? Like I said, I had 4 doors. They were rentals. So we go, I talk about like my story, and then I have someone that does short-term rentals, someone that does Airbnb. And then the last season is now you want to be an investor. Of course, if anyone's out there that has dabbled in real estate or want to be an investor, you probably always hear, oh, wholesale or, lease options. Well, there's other things you can do if you don't want to do the hustle and the grind, as I call it. Mm-hmm. There's tax liens. There's note buying, there's different aspects. So I kind of talk differently on that subject. That's what the Real Estate Investment Lady show comprised of. And that was through networking with someone 10 years ago who took one of my classes. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, and just putting my face out there and letting people know, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. Mm-hmm. And networking helps. Because you never know. Another story, real quick. 3 years ago, I had marketed to a pre-foreclosure person. She called me. And apparently I have that gift where people can just say whatever they want to say to me in a good way. So she was just like, bleh. I'm like, because I was like, what's going on? So she tells me her whole life story, what's going on with her house. Unfortunately, I couldn't help her because we only had 2 weeks left for the hearing. of the foreclosure. Well, fast forward 3 years later, I get a phone call from her, and I'm like, surely she must have butt dialed me because A at the top of the list.
Right.
And I listened to the voicemail, and she was like, I don't know if you remember me, but you helped me out, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, but I really didn't do anything. Well, when we talked, come to find out, she gave me this nice review. She was like, Amy, you don't know how much you helped me, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, I didn't really help you, but okay. And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, well, since you said all that, look, can you write me a Google review? But nevertheless, she was like, of course, the house went back to the bank. She's renting, and she's actually in that period where she can possibly buy, or she wants a bigger place. And so she was like, are you able to help me or whatever? Mind you, we never met. So I think we're going to actually end up meeting next month, face to face. And we talk like we've been friends forever. That's 3 years ago for the time I met that person. So whatever industry like your audience is in, or, if they're entrepreneurs trying, don't give up on the small stuff. And I am speaking from experience. Those small things, you never know what's going to happen in the future. I never knew, because really my target, I don't deal with buyers. But when I talked to her, it's like, okay, because I've already built that rapport with her. You know what I mean? And who knows who she knows.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Because she might have someone that might be going through foreclosure like she did. Hey, call Amy, she can help you out. And if not, she'll give you some advice or whatever. So networking is important. Don't give up on that. And you can network different ways. You don't always have to, go out to meetings or whatever. Network through your friends. For some reason, I'm a great rapport builder. I'd rather, oh, okay, hey, let's have a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what actually coming up next month, me and a HUD counselor are actually going to do seller seminars for those facing pre-foreclosure. I didn't know her from whoever. I heard her name in a group. I had her information. I reached out to her. I was like, hey, do you work North Carolina? She calls me while she was on vacation. First of all, you got my attention now. You calling me while you on vacation. Okay.
Right.
And then we just vibed. I was like, okay. And I was like, well, hey, you want to do some seminars together? Sure. She lives in Minnesota, Missouri, one of those M states, not Maryland, but I ain't never seen her, never met her.
Right. And exactly. And that's crazy, because I tell people every time, you never know who you will run into. You never know who knows who. You never know who you done helped years behind. And then now they presented something in front of you, and you just like, I didn't even know they really made a big impact on your life, until they actually tell you. So yes, like, and then not only one, but two, not only two, but three, because like with us just sitting here conversating, and I'm listening to everything that you're saying. You're helping me as well, because just like with me just starting off with my show and everything like that too, like you're saying, it's the small things. And it's crazy because once we actually started talking, I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, God, like, what can I say? Like give me the right words to say. At this moment, he gave me nothing. So I'm taking the side, just sit there and listen, just sit there and listen, because you don't have to be the one that always give the words. Words can be given to you too. So it's just, like I said, I'm taking it in. Okay. I'm taking it all in. So yes. Oh man. Oh yeah. So yeah, you hit home for a lot of things, Like I said, if it's just not for the audience, it's for me that you hit home as well too. Cause like I said, the little things. And sometimes the little things that we look over and we wonder why we can't get to the bigger steps is because you got to reflect back on the little baby steps that you said that you have taken already. Right. So, I mean, from your life journey, what's some places that you are looking to actually, branch out to as for being able to do what you do as for your career-wise, real estate? Like, what's
that move? What's that perfect? Well, and it's funny you say that, because my partner and I were talking about pretty much my goal. And it was like, you know what? I do want the full-time job to truly be secondary income. where I'm not, when, you know, how, have you seen people go into the job? It's like, la, la, la. That's how I want to be. La, la, la. And, I mean, still do a good job. I mean, I am HR, but but don't have to be stressing. That's what I want. And that's like, and that I want that to be my play money. Because certain things you still kind of need a W-2 for, even though I am so for unconventional ways of getting real estate. But some things you do kind of still need a W-2 for. But ultimately, is actually helping those homeowners who are facing foreclosure. And so that's like one pillar. And then, like, hey, I don't mind doing seminars as long as you can probably see, I am passionate about real estate and especially the investing side. So actually, one of the ladies that I interviewed, we're actually supposed to be doing a seminar for those that want to be the bank, private money, because people don't know that, hey, there are ways you don't have to be in it. You can be the bank. If you have a certain amount of money, you can be the bank for someone and let them do all the work. So putting on seminars, educating, of course, doing the real estate business. It's like I kind of want a real estate empire, you know?
Look, right. Put it in the atmosphere. Put it out there. Look, if that's what you want, claim it, you know? Because what you put it out there is yours. It's yours when you least expect it. And when it pops up, I want to come into the grand opening. Invite me. I want to be there. Okay, I want to be there.
Hey, look, if everybody listen, she will be interviewing me when that opening comes. How about that?
Hey, look, most definitely, I'll be there. I will be there. You guys, look forward to it. You guys, it's already in the atmosphere. We put it out there. Y'all stay tuned for it. It's coming to her. It's coming to her. It's coming to her. She said that's what she wanted, and then God shows favor. And look. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Right. God shows favor. And when he show up, he show out. So just be prepared for it. Be prepared for it. I think that's one of the lessons that you have learned so far is to be like, okay, when I ask God for something, I have to, know that it's on the way. It's on the way. Sometimes faster than usual. Just have to be ready for it.
And folks, it will not come the way you want it. Okay?
Right. Yes. Yes.
We can have a whole nother show on that one, but
yes. Look, I'm trying to catch myself because all my shoulders got chills on it just now. Because like you say, it would not be the way that you expect for it to come. Exactly. And that's where a whole lot of people miss their blessing. That's how they miss their blessing because they expected for it to come this way. No, you have to pay attention to all the signs. Like you have to know that, okay, like, your intuition, that gut feeling, not only that, but at the same time, it's something not right. Your spirit gonna let you know deep down on the inside, like, hey, that's not what that is. Right. yeah, that's not what that is. And if it's not that, then your body gonna let you know, like, why you gotta when you get a little instant pain in your side, you try to figure out, I never had this pain before, but why is it here now?
Right.
That let you know that, hey, something around there is not right. It's just a little signs, like I said, that we miss out on, and because we look for something to be familiar to us.
Yes.
You know,
I have so I was taking a course last year, and the moderator teacher said pretty much expectations equals attachment, which equals negative energy. Expectations equals attachments equals negative energy. You expect stuff to happen in your life. Like you expect your partner to be a certain way or whomever. Well, that's your expectation. And then once you put that attachment on it, you done set yourself up for failure. And I was like, wow. That to me hit home. I'm probably not saying it right, but nevertheless, it's like we expect so much that we get all worked up. But in essence, that person never said that they were coming over. How many times we got worked up? Well, I was expecting you to come over. Well, I never said I was coming over. So now you done got yourself attached to something.
Right.
And now there's that negative energy.
So now you're upset.
Exactly.
Because you expected me to come over when I never told you I was coming over. So you set yourself up for that pretty much.
Or, you expected a raise. And you didn't get it. Now you expected it, and you now attach yourself to something that you were going to buy with that. And now you mad at your boss, but they never said or never gave a clue or inkling
that you was getting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So don't expect. It's like not lower. You don't have to lower your standards. It's just don't expect it so much where it's going to create like anxiety, negative energy, or whatever. It's like you just gotta let go.
Right.
Let go of all those expectations you have and watch what happens. That's how I got, well, I guess I could say this. She probably won't watch it. That's how I got my partner. Because I had a whole list of stuff that I wanted. Yeah. I had to tear that list up quick. Not that I did not lower my standards. But I realized everything I had on the list were kind of things from my past. Isn't that kind of how we repeat patterns?
Yes. Yes.
So if I don't try something new, which the personality, gorgeous personality. Oh my gosh, beautiful person, beautiful spirit. If I kept those parameters, we wouldn't be together. Because I was like, you have to make 6 figures or more. Look, with my broke A, because remember, I ain't have no job.
Look, you just want to make sure it was covered, okay? Like, look, this is what it is, okay?
Right? And it's like, well, Amy, if you want somebody to make 6 figures and you're not making 6 figures, then how would their personality be? Will they be more controlling? That's the type of person you're used to, someone that's controlling. Girl, when I say it has been a spiritual journey for me, all that I'm saying, that's what I've learned through this transition that all started with me getting laid off on June 22nd of 2021. I'm just saying.
And from that point on, it was like you just didn't know it was a bigger door and that was waiting to be open for you. The only thing you had to do was just walk through it. You just had to walk through it and step out on faith. And just doing that, it's like now you're doing what you love. Of course, you have another job, but that's your second job, okay? Like, yeah, this is your main thing and it's yours. This is your baby. It's something that you are able to develop and create. And I'm excited.
And doors do open. I mean, I'm sitting here for the TV show. I got the opportunity for that, and then, like in real estate, as an agent, of course, people are like bombarding you with how to, market or whatever. But I found this platform where it's like, oh, I can be an author. I can have a book. Oh Lord, I have a book. You have options. The Guide to Avoiding Foreclosure. Oh, didn't I just do a show on that? And then how to navigate your inherited home sale. That's on my investing side. I got books for that. It's like, wow, I'm actually an author.
Yes, and I saw that as well too. I'm going to put that in the video as well, you guys, so you'll be able to see it nice and clear. And if anything, I have like all her links, her Instagram, her YouTube link. Make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. I have everything down in the description box below. But yes, your book. Let's talk about it. Like, what are some of the things that they can look forward to or expect in your book? When they purchase.
It's actually so one, guess what, y'all? It's free, so there's no excuse. It's digital, yes. So, but like, especially if you're facing foreclosure, it will give you like generic tips, like the definitions of like short sales, forbearance, and if you can do a forbearance, now that the moratorium's over, just giving you some options. Do you want to sell to an investor? Do you want to, sell your home outright? Because a lot of people are like, well, people have a lot of equity. Yeah, they may have a lot of equity. However, if they have not been making payments in 2 years, guess what's eating up that equity?
Right.
So that's the option. And then those who probably who inherited a home that don't even want to be a housing provider, don't even want to deal with real estate. This will give you some a guideline of like what to do. Maybe contacting, your local investor, put it up for sale. Just give you some guidelines in the process of how to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Right? Look, I know it's just like so. Like, look, you guys, look. She has the blueprint. Okay, any question that you have, I'm pretty sure she has it in the book already. Answered for you. If not, like I said, her link and stuff will be below. If possible, she's a sweet lady, you guys. Like ever since we just started talking, okay, we had to make sure we had our due date. Okay, we had to make sure we was good.
Right.
So, look, right, you guys. Look, the red color on it. Y'all know that's my favorite color. So yes. So you guys, like any questions that they may have for you, or will they be able to, like follow you on Instagram or your Facebook page?
They can follow me on Instagram, like Dream says she'll have all my links, but on Instagram, it's The Real Estate Investment Lady. And you can't miss me because I have a red turtleneck with red hair. Facebook is The Real Estate Investment Lady, again, red hair. Let's see, YouTube, The Real Estate Investment Lady. Right. And if what I will do is I'll give you my number and you can text Dreamhouse, and that way I know you heard about me through Dream. So text 919-780-3185. When you dial that, put Dreamhouse, and then I'll hit you back.
Right. Of course, I'm gonna make sure that shows up at the bottom of the screen as well. I'm gonna make sure, you guys, make sure. Look, so you guys, look, I'm telling you, she has the knowledge for it. Like she says, she's self-taught. No one self-taught has more knowledge than the person that actually just, went to each class to just, do what it is that they had to do to help somebody learn what it is that they had to learn. But you actually took the initiative to do this for yourself, for you to actually put the time in and be like, okay, because I saw the coding of the words and I'm just like, it has to be up here. It has to be up here. And look, and in order for you to remember all of that, it just, it's something that you had to bear down deep in and remember, because anybody can ask you right off back, okay, so what is such and such? Oh, well, this is what it is, such and such, But I mean, some people come and ask me, look, I can refer you to someone. Okay. I can refer you to someone, and they probably can help you out, when it comes down to that type of stuff like that as well. But will there be a second book coming out?
Who knows? Who knows what the future may hold?
Right. I think there'll be a part 2 coming out, you guys. I think so.
So, who knows? It could be a whole seminar. I mean, like now, I do not fear audience camera. I am not camera shy, not one bit. So who knows? We'll see what God has to say about all this.
True. Yes, because we all know he has the final say. Okay, he has the final say. Actually, he really has the only say. But we have our, like I said, it's our flesh. Okay, it's our flesh. We want to do what we want to do. We want to go the way that we want to go without realizing that God already had a plan for us. So it's just getting in tune with it, knowing how to go about it, and actually stepping out on faith. I think that's what I'm going to actually put this title as, stepping out on faith, because it's right here. It's right here. Let you know it hit home. It hit home. Okay. Because look, I'm telling you, it really did hit home. So I mean, like, just the word that you were saying today, it really inspired me and it helped me. It got my mind going, like overthinking really on, because now I'm just thinking about, okay, the little things. So what is it that I'm missing? So like you said, when you can actually, you talk to someone and they start reflecting back and, looking at themselves like, okay, so, what is it that I can better? What is it that I can work on to get to the next step? So you guys, like she said, don't give up. Don't quit. Reflect back, be your biggest criticism, be your own biggest criticism. Because that way, if somebody else said, you like, okay, I kind of saw it too, but I wasn't sure, so it'll like kind of help you. Don't be afraid of the feedback, because the feedback, it helps you grow. And I tell that to anyone, whether it's good feedback or negative feedback, you'll know exactly where you need to go to touch back up on. So any encouraging words that you might have for someone that's want to get in the field as for real estate,
I would say everything that you need, you already have. It's inside of you. When I heard that like years ago, it's like, no, I need money, I need this. But no, I had the knowledge, kind of had the network. It's just putting those pieces together and knowing how to work with it. So whatever your plan is that you want for your life, don't set yourself up. Don't put limitations on you. If you're spiritual, whoever you believe in, go to the source, lay it all down, and do not add your comma where he put a period.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep. Okay, yeah, that's deep. That's deep. I wasn't expecting that last part. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. Oh, that's deep. I'm gonna make sure.
You asked for my final word.
Guys on the side something. I don't know. I might put that in the description box too, just in case y'all need to read that over and over. It'll be there. It'll be there. So as for where you are now, give your future self a message.
Keep going. It's just the beginning, and it's only going to get better.
Boom. Hey, that's encouraging words right there. Enough. Look, you said enough already. Right. So you guys, make sure you stay tuned. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna have her description box. In the description box, I'm gonna have her links and everything down below. Y'all be able to follow her Facebook. Make sure y'all follow her Facebook page as well. Instagram, YouTube, like, share, subscribe, be support. Support is free. We all like free stuff. Support is free. Support is free, and so is her book. So make sure you guys tap in. Flip a couple pages, see what's up with it, and see what you can learn throughout there, because I'm sure it's something that's going to catch your eye for future reference. So yes, any last words for us?
Hey, I think I said enough. let them marinate on that.
I know it was a learning experience for me. Okay, like you touched, it's deep words. You really did. Like as you can tell, I'm stumbling all over my words because my mind is just like, okay, so what's next? Yes. But okay, you guys, I thank you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned for many more to come. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Bing! So every time I load a new video, you guys will be the first one to get them, okay? Stay tuned. Let's see. Let me see if I can remember a few of them. Was it F? I'm not even gonna set myself up. I'm not set myself up. I'm not. That just let you know.